Strange events unfold at a convent when a mysterious young nun, later named Sister Angela, appears at its gates with no memory of her past. Found disoriented and confused, she is taken in by Mother Helena and the other nuns. As she recovers in the convent's infirmary, Angela slowly integrates into the community, helping with daily chores and gaining the trust of the sisters. Despite her kindness, Mother Helena struggles to learn about her background, as no other convents recognize her. Suspicion begins to grow when valuable items start disappearing from the convent. As the weeks go by, the thefts become more frequent, with items such as rings, a crucifix, and even a painting's gilded frame vanishing. Tensions rise, and the nuns are instructed to stay alert. The mystery deepens when Sister Anna finds the stolen items hidden under Sister Beatric's bed. Shocked and confused, Anna brings the evidence to Mother Helena, who confronts Beatric about the thefts. Beatric denies any involvement, but the evidence against her seems irrefutable, leaving her in a state of disbelief. Mother Helena, though unsure of Beatric's guilt, decides to expel her from the convent as an act of mercy rather than alert the authorities. Beatric, devastated, pleads her innocence, but her tears do little to sway the other sisters. Sister Angela remains silent throughout the ordeal, her expression unreadable. Beatric is escorted out of the convent, her former friends avoiding her gaze as she leaves, broken and abandoned. After her expulsion, Beatric's life takes a tragic turn. She returns to her mother's home, where her grief and confusion consume her. Clutching the rosary her mother gave her, she struggles to find solace in the midst of her shattered life. Her mother, deeply concerned but unable to offer the comfort Beatrix seeks, watches helplessly as her daughter wrestles with the weight of her expulsion. The mystery surrounding Sister Angela, however, continues to linger. As Beatrix sits in her despair, the reader is left wondering about the true nature of Angela's identity and her role in the convent's troubles. Was Angela simply a victim of circumstance, or was there something more sinister behind her arrival? The story leaves many unanswered questions, hinting at secrets yet to be uncovered within the convent walls. Elizabeth tried to comfort her daughter, Beatric, as she struggled with the humiliation of being falsely accused. Beatric, devastated by the rumors that spread about her, refused to eat and shut herself away from the world. Her father, Anthony, tried to stay calm, but he was deeply affected by the cruel gossip that surrounded their family. As a respected carpenter, he was shocked to hear people whisper about his daughter's supposed crime, with some even calling her a thief. Beatric, meanwhile, stayed inside, unable to bear the ridicule and insults she faced when she ventured outside. The family lived in a tense and sorrowful silence. Elizabeth did her best to console Beatric, but the weight of the situation seemed unbearable. Anthony spent his time in the workshop, his frustration evident in the way he hammered the wood with excessive force. Desperate, he expressed to Elizabeth his hopelessness in the face of their daughter's decline. Elizabeth, though also struggling, clung to her faith, assuring him that the truth would eventually come to light. Beatric, on the other hand, saw no way out and was consumed by the painful memory of her expulsion from the convent. Then, a moment of hope appeared when Beatrix saw a news report about a fugitive named Charlotte, a dangerous criminal connected to a series of bank robberies. To Beatrix's shock, the image of the fugitive on the screen was unmistakably Sister Angela, the nun who had been involved in her downfall. Beatrix now understood that Angela, who had pretended to have amnesia, was actually a criminal. The realization that Angela had framed her filled Beatrix with anger and relief, as the pieces of the mystery fell into place. Determined to clear her name, Beatrix immediately called the convent to warn Mother Helena about Angela's true identity. However, Mother Helena dismissed her claims, refusing to believe that the nun she trusted could be a criminal. Beatrix's desperate plea fell on deaf ears, and she was told to stop calling or face the police being notified. Frustrated and heartbroken, Beatrix was left feeling powerless as she realized that even with the truth in her hands, no one was willing to listen. As Beatrix stood in tears, her mother, Elizabeth, entered the room and learned what had happened. Beatrix explained her discovery about Sister Angela in her desperate attempt to warn the convent. Despite Elizabeth's concern, Beatric felt a renewed sense of purpose. She realized that it was now up to her to save the sisters and prove that Angela was the real criminal, even if no one else believed her. The following morning, Beatric set out early, determined to act swiftly. The previous night had been long, filled with doubt and uncertainty, but Beatric's resolve had solidified. She knew that in order to clear her name and protect the convent, she had to act with urgency and precision. With a plan forming in her mind, she left the house before her parents awoke, ready to take the first steps toward exposing the truth and bringing justice to light. Despite the hurtful comments, Beatric remains resolute, confident that the truth will eventually come to light. She believes that the real thief is someone else, Charlotte, and is determined to prove her innocence. Beatric takes action by purchasing portable cameras from a local electronics store, intending to catch Charlotte in the act. After familiarizing herself with the cameras, she spends the day planning her approach, knowing the convent's layout inside out. As night falls, Beatric prepares herself for the task ahead, dressing in dark clothing and quietly leaving for the convent. Arriving at the convent, Beatric sneaks in through a secret passage known only to the novices. Moving carefully through the grounds, she installs the cameras in strategic locations, ensuring they will capture Charlotte's actions. Satisfied with her setup, Beatric leaves as quietly as she came. Once back home, Beatric connects the cameras to her laptop and waits anxiously for something to happen. Hours pass, but at around 4 a.m., Beatric finally sees Charlotte sneaking into the parish and stealing a golden candlestick. With a triumphant smile, Beatric saves the footage and rushes to the police station with the evidence at dawn. At the police station, Beatric explains everything to the officers, who praise her bravery and intelligence. The police chief commends her, and Beatric expresses her desire to clear her name and protect the sisters at the convent. The story takes a turn as the police arrive at the convent to arrest Charlotte during morning prayers, shocking the nuns. Mother Helena, the head of the convent, demands to know what's happening, but the police quickly reveal Charlotte's true identity as a criminal wanted for multiple offenses. Charlotte tries to escape, but she is arrested, and Beatric confronts her, declaring that the truth has prevailed. The sisters are stunned, and Mother Helena, ashamed of her previous unjust treatment of Beatric, apologizes and asks for her forgiveness. Beatric, having cleared her name, is welcomed back into the convent. The other sisters, regretful of their actions, embrace her with open arms. Beatric, feeling lighter and full of relief, finds peace in knowing that her faith and determination helped restore her honor. The convent, now safe from danger, becomes her home once again, marking the beginning of a new chapter in her life.